Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. In the last video we talked about this trend line and we said we can track upside and we can look for that orange wave 1 that we have on the chart, a potential first wave to the upside after this correction, if we see a break of the trend line. Now it needs to be a sustained break of the trend line. I haven't got a sustained break yet, it's just sort of a green candle in the current 4-hour period. However, if it closes above the trend line, it could indicate further upside here in a so-called wave 1 higher. This wave 1 should consist of 5 waves. So it's too early to track any micro movement, but it would need to be a 5-wave move. We have a break above the trend line. So what would be the next target? I think in this video, it makes sense to take a look at that. What is the next sort of resistance level structurally? Because we've literally only just now broken above the trend line, way too early to really confirm that we've bottomed here. When can we confirm that we bottomed here? Only as soon as we have wave 1 complete and it's holding a wave 2 pullback. Okay, so the next reliable trade setup would be here. As soon as a 5-wave move is generated and completed, we can define support for the wave 2. The same way we define support for this B wave. Okay. But obviously this is a much smaller degree, so the support area will be much smaller as well. So obviously starting to look interesting, potentially interesting. The crypto market is green today. I think everybody's happy to see some movement. So I think the best way to understand where we start to see some slowing down is by adding the VRVP volume profiles to the chart. These volume profiles can be used sometimes to identify structural support resistance areas, especially to understand where, in addition to the Fibonacci levels, which is just one way of looking at it, but where the chop should start. What do I mean with that? Well, see, I'm using Fibonacci levels to identify peaks and support, like here, yeah? So this is what we use the Fibs for, levels where the price should react. And it clearly did react to the 50% retracement level. We're using volume profiles to identify areas where the price should slow down. We saw that here. We had a small here, a little bit of a, not a massive one, but a volume spike here. And you can see that it took price a while to get above this area. So it's like, it's the area where you expect choppy price action. So that can also then act as support resistance, not necessarily as the absolute top or low of a movement, but it is expected to be an area where you get into the chop. So choppy price action, unsteady, is it a word even? At least, you know, unclear, sloppy price action. So let's see if price can maintain today's low. It should now move higher into this region around $25. And this is where it should start to slow down again. As you can see here, we had that area before, so it likely going to do that again, right? This is certainly an area, and you've got that point of control here at 25.40. That's where, at this price, most people have traded in the past Solana. So it's going to be an area of resistance, 25.40. So that's sort of the next target where I would expect Solana to go to. Obviously, condition is that today's low is holding. But yeah, this is going to be the next, because there isn't much more to talk about at this stage. Obviously, we had our correction to the downside. It's reacted to the first Fib level, broke above the trend line. That's always interesting to see. Obviously, we need a bit of volume. Let's add the volume indicator. There isn't really any volume. Oops, 1 second. Yeah, there isn't really anything. A little bit increased volume, which is good to see, but way below what we had here, for example, end of July. But yeah, it's slightly elevated volume, which is what we need, but not enough to really confirm like a decent rally, like a third wave rally, which is essentially what we're looking for, right? Because, let me just hide the VRVP again, because this would be, if it works out, here, yellow wave 3, but way too early to confirm that. So yeah, I mean, let's see. It's again, if you zoom out, we're still making lower lows, lower highs. So it would need to do a lot of work to really confirm that a low is in place. At least 5 waves up, 3 waves down. But in this small rally, it might reach 25 next. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.